actually very conscious that I haven't actually asked you what Scalestack does. Can you explain it to me in complete baby terms, 10,000 foot view?
Is really automating a lot of the research that a salesperson or a marketing person needs to do in order to better understand their targets. And so Scalestack is an automation layer that creates really well clean, orchestrated, enriched data everywhere where sales or marketing people live, whether that's your CRM, like Salesforce or HubSpot, or it's a tool that you use for outbound emails. And we give through this platform information that is constantly up to date, clean and rich, so that you always know who to target, when and why. And you know what you should know about those targets in order to be better at presenting whatever product you want to sell.
Let's change gears, talk about your technology stack. What does that look like in order for you to be able to run your operation, run your business? What's your technology stack comprised of?
I would say that the three biggest pieces are AWS, MongoDB, and more recently all the different LLMs, so OpenAI and Anthropic, that we use to make our platform become better and more customizable. So I think that those are the three key components. AWS is for the computing infrastructure and partially also storage. MongoDB we have used extensively since the very beginning, Atlas and Atlas Vector Search more recently, in order to help our customers make sense of a lot of data that we use for our product. And then the LLMs are used of OpenAI or Anthropic. We use them to deploy an agentic infrastructure, so AI agents or bots that can very efficiently scan the public web and bring back valuable data, properly categorized and properly enriched for whatever use case our customer needs to. But when I was at AWS, MongoDB was one of the largest partners already. I had seen a lot of my customers and partners when I was at AWS using successfully MongoDB for larger and larger implementations. And when we faced the first version of the product, and we realized that we had to manage hundreds of millions of data points for our customers, it was almost an obvious choice. I think it's pretty standard in cloud to go with whatever component is best in class. That's why we chose Mongo, and that's why we integrated tightly with AWS, because they also have such a tight relationship. And then as the relationship with MongoDB grew, because they became customers of our first release of the product, so they also took a chance on us as customers, and the two decision processes were completely separate. So they didn't know that we were customers, and I didn't know back then the depth of the usage of Atlas and now Atlas Vector Search in our technology. But as the relationship grew, then we started to do more things together.